We have to change how we see our women and people with disabilities. They are a huge contributor to our economy, but they are rather largely left behind when it comes to the sharing of our oil proceeds. Government has the responsibility to distribute the gains from the petroleum sector. That is why we have oil-funded projects in education, health, agriculture, and other sectors. But more often than not, most of the projects end up not considering women and people with disabilities. In agriculture irrigation, there are no conscious policy on allocation of irrigable land to women and people with disabilities. Most irrigable lands are not owned by women and people with disabilities, so they do not largely benefit directly from policies.
This land is mine. Either you work hard or you don't get paid.
Oil money geared towards the development of the community do not benefit women and people with disabilities, but the owners of the lands.
Boss, please, the money is too small.
Boss, please, the money is not enough. After all the work I have done for you,
I have told you, I don't have any money to add. Take it or you stop working for me. Now get out from my office.
Government should develop guidelines for distribution of irrigable land to ensure that women and persons with disabilities get access. Governments can also put down a special preference for women and people with disabilities in the policy for planting for food and jobs. Water users associations are mostly associations which are created in the community to champion the minor maintenance of the water irrigation systems. Most of these associations are not functioning well. Participation by women and people with disabilities are largely low, or they do not exist. Basic contributions, which is the source of funds for these associations, are not realized, so it does not work at all.
This is all what we have contributed, but it is not enough for the work.
Most of these oil proceeds projects do not have adequate engagement with the communities. So, there is a low level of community participation in decision making.
I don't think they even want our contributions to this project.
In other words, there is no consultation in the planning and design stages.
Well, I think we have to consult the locals to at least add their contributions to the designs. It is important.
Oh, Massa, forget about them. Whatever we present to them, they don't have any choice but to accept it.
Indirectly, contribution by women, people with disabilities, and the community as a whole, which would have helped in addressing the problems they face after construction, is non-existent. Poor maintenance culture and engineering defects end up destroying the oil-funded projects, whilst policymakers think projects are helping communities. The people do not use it, though petroleum revenues has been disbursed and spent for such projects. We must change the narrative of women and people with disabilities with regards to the sharing of the gains of Ghana's petroleum revenue. We say no to the exclusion of women and people with disabilities from fully accessing directly or indirectly proceeds from the oil sector.